Did you sign the Obama dick pic poster? It looks like it's signed.
No, but I took a picture of it for when I go home. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Third party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need another cord? Okay. All right.
Slow school, huh? That's a good sign. That one I like. It's like all the buses are special.
I mean, they all are.
Yeah.
How does it feel now?
Locked and loaded. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Nice. That was crazy. Did you see how many cords? I don't think one cord that I had plugged in actually worked.
Wow.
But
And
yeah,
now?
I was prepared because, I think that a lot of them are just not there at this point.
Okay. And you just swapped them out?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they go?
All over
on the
now.
floor.
They're just on the floor?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, they're just
You're hanging over there.
you know them in your head. You know which you're good and which you're bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I was ready. But it's kind of like it sucks that the chords just don't work. It sucks that I have to have that perfect combination.
That's how I feel when I play guitar sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Like these chords suck.
Just don't do what I tell them to.
No, they don't work.
They don't understand.
No, they don't speak.
All right, guys.
Good?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I also I got a whole episode prepared.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm on the perfect diet today. I can't believe you took a nap in the park.
What's the perfect diet?
I was so focused on others. I had yogurt,
Okay.
Yeah.
a lot of weed,
Okay.
tiny bit of mushrooms,
Okay.
and a lot of coffee.
You on mushrooms right now?
Yeah, just a little bit
gosh.
though.
Okay, yeah.
Just
That's
like-
probably why he knew which chords worked.
Whoa.
Yeah, he just touched
More in
it. He's like,
tune.
there's no way this is going to work.
He can feel the
This
vibration.
one works.
Yeah, I'm more plugged in.
Okay.
I've been doing it more and more, just small amounts,
That's, nice.
little micro doses since Vegas.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
do it in Vegas?
Yeah, and it was a
All
blast.
right.
Yeah, I had too much fun, honestly.
Too much fun.
Too much fun.
Yeah, when on the last day you're like really sore.
Yeah.
You know, like it felt like a festival almost, where like even though I was sleeping in beds that were way more expensive than I could afford.
Yeah, you guys weren't doing car naps?
It would have been warm enough.
No, but you know what? A lot of the things are named after park. You know, like parks and shit.
Yeah.
And not one park in the air. Like,
No, they all
cement.
boiled away. It's just engulfed.
Yeah. It was kind of disappointing. And then like I saw this big piece of greenery on the map and I was like, we can hang out there, babe. It's
Yeah.
got to be a public. And it was a golf course behind a resort.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. And there was no.
So where'd you stay?
Where we stayed in
Yeah.
the Paris.
Okay.
The Paris. It's like,
The Paris.
That's the Eiffel Tower one?
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
I
right
kinda-
in the middle
Yeah,
of.
the Eiffel Tower one is Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strobe lights.
Strobe lights
Yeah.
and pillows.
Whatever, dude. I said it wrong.
The Strokes is headlining
Yeah.
every night.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the Paris is like it's themed from top to bottom. Like
Yeah.
even when you go in, there's like a whole thing of shops and like
Yeah.
they have a blue sky painted on the thing and like the restaurants all around are all themed. And we went to Gordon Ramsay's fucking steakhouse, dude.
Is
It
he
was
the
crazy.
the angry one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know.
I know some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you
and,
got at Gordon Ramsay's?
the seizure salad.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it.
Comes with a stick. You just
A wooden spoon.
then Gordon shakes you for a while. I love this place, and he yells at you. It's like, I'm having a seizure. Stop yelling. No, he yells until you have one.
Yeah.
That's his superpower. He has vocalized seizure control.
Yeah. He just keeps you awake till you start convulsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why he was so famous, I think.
Yeah, it's what made him big.
Yeah.
That and his accent.
Yeah.
I think anybody with an accent kind of has a leg up here.
Definitely.
You know, like even Dana, the Boston dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He somehow is beloved just because he has a silly accent.
Yeah.
I think
He's,
that it's fun.
It is fun. We should all go to Boston and see if we get any
Because
treatment.
you're not from here, right?
No,
Do people in? I've always wondered, do people in Colorado like? Do they sound like they obviously probably have an accent, but I feel like their accent
it's
here
so
is like
subtle.
it's like devoid of an accent.
Yeah.
It's like the absence of an
I mean, the
accent.
one you just said, it's like Rado. Like people
Colorado.
say that. That's
Yeah.
like essentially the whole accent.
It's just Rado.
Yeah, you say that
Colorado.
one word different,
Yeah.
and that's it. So,
Yeah, it's like that and like
because we say Colorado,
wine
on the East
coop or
Coast.
wine cup or whatever. Like there are a few streets that people say kind of differently.
Yeah,
here.
no, there's probably other
I think
things
that's
I'm not
just people
thinking
who
of.
can't read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's true, Lewis.
That's why this state was founded, right? I mean,
For people who can't read.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're just like put them in the
Color
mountains.
red. That's what this is.
We know numbers, 5280, not words.
303.
Yeah, this is the numbers town.
Yeah.
How much gold did you mine? It's not really how we do it here. It's
Are you
either
talking words again?
We got nuggets of gold.
Yeah.
ooh, I gambled in the golden nugget.
Ooh. Did
even.
you win anything?
Yeah,
you lost
actually.
all or-
So we gambled. One night we started with like 30, and we went all the way up to 280
Yeah.
in just slots.
Okay.
And like, dude, the slot machines, when you are on drugs, they are very fun.
I
Because
bet.
it's just
Probably
lights
easier
and
to
shit.
spend lots of money too.
Oh, I know, dude. It's I mean, there are some that are like cost a penny, but for the most part, it's like $1.
Yeah.
Or $1.50. So it is kind of crazy to put like $8 on a single pole, and then you just miss, and it goes, oh fuck,
Yeah.
and then you do it again, and then it hits, and then you ding, 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 and the machine's going everywhere. All the casinos you're walking through, there's fucking people winning all over.
They're just pumping heroin vapor into the
Yeah.
Into
the
the
rooms
air.
too, and you're just like, this is dope.
This is dope. Fresh. I mean, I'm not like addicted to gambling, I don't think, but I do already when I go
That's
back.
the first step to admit that you don't have a problem.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Like I want to go to the casino here already.
It's way worse though.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean by what do you mean?
Just like the people are more devoid of hope.
Oh, okay.
Like
It's
they're
sadder.
just they don't have, they're not there for fun. They're there
they can't
because
stop.
like somebody like took their family and they're like, you have to
they bet their family and now
yeah,
they're alone.
they're like, you have to play 100 poles to see them.
to hug your son.
Yeah.
You must play blackjack.
That's actually the slot machine. You got like 3 pictures of your kid, and then they're like,
There's one at 2,
Bring 'em
one
out.
at 6, one at 8.
yeah, give them a little hug, and then they pull them away again.
Sometimes
casino
you get
sucks.
somebody else's kid.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
and you think you hit the jackpot, but really, now you just got a new.
Kid named Jack.
Yeah,
Jack off.
Jack off.
I won a few times. That was tight. And then we really did spend it all that night at
Oh, yeah.
the next restaurant. And because like food and shows are all there is to do there. And it is kind of fun to just fucking get fat.
For sure.
And
I don't think you'd want to live there, but
no.
it's like you turn it on, you turn it off.
Yeah.
The people that live there are like a subspecies of human.
It was wild.
They're insane people.
Yeah. And you know what? There was a lot of like, there was a lot of like foreign languages.
Can I say subspecies?
Yeah.
I think that was.
The title of this episode is going to be "Those People Are Subspecies."
as long as we're clear.
Yeah.
Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard so much like so many foreign languages. That was mind blowing. One of my favorite parts of the whole trip. Me and Laura go into the hotel, and we had started like just drinking a little bit, and this other guy stumbled in, and then a family comes in.
Yeah.
And this black guy, you know the black guys that like are so decked out but very feminine? Like they like glamorize really heavily and all that shit.
All right.
And they're like
following you.
kind of softer, but like
Softer.
softer. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. But like more, yeah, like a. Oh, I almost said some a specific person. I shouldn't. But yeah, just a softer dude. And then an Indian family comes in.
Yeah.
Were they doing like a cultural event?
No, they just
Spin of the
just being families.
luck of the draw.
Yeah, exactly. And it was me, Laura. There's the 4 of us, 5 of us in this room.
Yeah.
And we're going
Why are
up.
you sharing a hotel room with these people?
Yeah.
Oh, in the elevator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we're going up. And and the black dude looks, I mean, it's completely silent. You know how elevators can be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And he looks at the family and just without any hesitation goes, so what, y'all like speak Spanish or something? they were so like, you could see like Americanized liberal family, like that they were like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
Our maid speaks Spanish, so we know a little.
Yeah.
And like our son does, and had him like speak.
Even Indian people have Mexican maids. That's crazy.
And it was just the confidence, you know, like to break the silence. It was so fun. And that's like how we started, you know.
Yeah.
There was a homeless dude on fire.
Oh.
I'm not kidding.
Did he have like a bucket out where you could give him money?
No, he should have though. That would have worked.
That's not like a show.
It's not a
Homeless
Cirque
guy
du
on
Soleil.
fire.
Was it for funsies?
Yeah.
No, there was a homeless dude. We think smoking a cigar, and he
lit
put it in his
himself on
pocket.
fire.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I saw him, I saw the inside of his jacket on fire, like
Yeah.
smoldering, coming through. It was red and
And what was
embers.
he doing? Just chilling?
Well, he was walking, and I stopped him, like, "Hey, dude, you're on fire."
Yeah.
He goes, "I like it this way," and he just kept going. Me and Laura are on mushrooms too, which is, you know,
Maybe it was a little bit different than you thought it was then.
well, we saw him later,
Oh.
and
Yeah, it was just the candles.
He just had 3rd-degree burns all over
No,
him.
he's literally talking to a
Oh, yeah.
candle.
we were in the wax
Hey,
museum.
buddy, you're on fire.
He's talking to one of those statues
Yeah.
in Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
Dude, Caesar's Palace is insane. The fact that so it's like 6 blocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like it takes like 15 minutes to
I
get
think
from
I've
one
been to
side
that
to
one.
the
Do
Do
other.
they still have like the talking play with the talking statues?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, and like all the huge like fountains and but the Luxor, right? The pyramid one is badass because it feels like you're in Egypt, and then you go into the Excalibur and it feels like you're in the medieval vibe. And it's crazy how like it's all which hotel do you stay in and all that shit. But if
you
you're
go
just
to-
walking around and enjoying the strip, you don't fucking.
Who cares where you stay?
You literally are in there for 3 or 4 hours until you come back out.
Yeah.
So
Did you go to M&M World?
no, that was a daytime activity, and I was
Sleeping?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's when I was recuperating.
Yeah.
I saw the sunrise one morning. That was pretty tight because I wanted to see what Vegas looked like to end and then come around because it
Yeah.
never fully died. You know, there's
They
still
do
like,
have daytime there, though.
It's just always night.
they don't want you to know. There's
well,
no
you know,
windows.
like I thought maybe they just had a dome over the whole city, and they
That's
just
what the
put
sphere
like
eventually is going to be.
yeah.
It's just going to get bigger every
And you're
year.
just like, oh, look at the stars, baby. It's like that's a
I did.
just
plasma
Bono.
screen.
We did see the sphere pretty much from wherever
Yeah.
you are, and that is pretty rad.
When
to
did
just
this
see.
sphere thing happen? Because
It's
I never
like not
heard of it,
even a year
and now
old.
4 people have mentioned it to me in a week.
It's
It
like
was
not
this
even
year.
a year old.
I've never like.
It was this
okay.
year that it was built.
Yeah,
I have
think
it
it
on.
opened in like August or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like from top to bottom, all screens.
Yeah.
So anywhere you see it, they put, and like you can pay to have wild shit put on it. You can plug your
You
own
can-
thing. They have artists that have
wow.
their stuff on it, and so like that's a total trip to just look over and it's like a lava lamp
Yeah.
across the whole city. And yeah, dude, it was a blast. Honestly, a lot of Asians. And I think, obviously they love gambling, but what you don't think about, cigarettes inside.
Yeah.
I
to
fucking love
smoke?
that shit too, dude.
Really? Asians like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a whole.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell,
All 2
dude.
billion of them, yeah.
As a people's. Yeah. That's why they were there.
That's crazy.
It was pretty cool.
Shh. Got you. Yeah, I got a story about Asians smoking cigarettes, but I just probably rather share something else.
I think you've told that story before on a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I do have a Vegas story.
Yeah?
I pretty much went on my 21st birthday. I went to Bonnaroo.
This is in your drinking days.
Yeah, I was raging, dude. My drug days. And went to Bonnaroo. It was a few days before Vegas, and we drove from Boston to Tennessee. It's like a 21-hour drive. And 3-day festival, I'm just kind of out of it, tired. You've been camping for
You're
3
exhausted.
days. And I was like, I don't want to drive back to Boston. So I had my friends drop me off at the Nashville airport, and I took a plane to Vegas with no plan. I was just like, I'm going to Vegas.
Wow, 21-year-old Jeremy was like, just go with
Baller,
the wind.
dude. Yeah, not anymore.
You know who?
Now I take naps in cars.
You have a pillow for your car naps.
Which is also very revolutionary. I mean, it's in its own way pretty pioneer.
But this was back when I was smoking like every minute of every day, and I didn't bring any weed. And so I had like a day or two off, and the day I was leaving, I was like kind of fiending for some weed, and I put my sock on.
When somebody hasn't smoked in a while, that's how they say it.
For sure.
I'm fiending for some weed.
Yeah. This is 07, dude. You were like 12. Okay? Give me a break.
I have
He was
pubes.
probably like 8, actually. But anyway, put on my sock. I feel something in the sock. Take off the sock. There's like a nugget of weed in my sock that had somehow come with me from Bonnaroo. And I go down to the buffet, and I get one apple, and I get 1 pack of matches from the bar, and I go back to my hotel room, and I smoke the weed.
In the
I
room.
check out, and then I just get back on a plane and go to Rhode Island.
So you didn't go to
It was
any?
like such a miracle.
Yeah, you didn't go to any. You didn't go to any casinos.
Well,
or?
I had been there for 2 days. I was like,
okay,
I had
word.
like found it as I was packing my stuff up to go
Yeah.
back to the
Wow.
airport.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this is a Vegas miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, how am I going to smoke this? And I found the apple. I found the matches.
You never thought to look on the strip for some weed?
No.
People were trying to sell
This
me.
was,
sell
I mean,
me
is it
coke
legal
like
out there?
crazy.
It is now.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, but this was before
13
even
years
Colorado
ago, so
legalized it.
yeah.
Best bud tender I've ever had. I had it.
Vegas?
Yeah. She was like, "Oh my God, you're going to a show." Gave us extra joints for free. She
Yeah.
was just like, if you guys don't want to spend much because you're not going to be here super long, here's this and this. This disposable pen only works for so long, but it is the cheapest.
Yeah.
And like, she was super real about it.
That's cool.
She
What
was very
happens
cool.
to it after a certain amount of time?
They clog up.
It just kills
Just
a
runs
homeless
out of-
person.
Yeah.
Sets them on fire.
Yeah,
Finds the poorest person. Sets them ablaze.
It's actually how they take care of the strip.
Yeah, it's actually really good for the economy.
It's one of the shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Damn.
burning homeless people. That's
It's a trip.
that's the show at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lighting piles of burning.
Well, I feel like I know what happened to that guy's house, at least, you know?
What?
It probably caught on fire. I mean, probably burned it down.
Which guy?
The homeless guy who set
Okay,
himself
that's
on
what I
fire.
thought.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's why he's homeless.
I mean, he's like, yeah, that's why he's homeless.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if he doesn't even notice himself he's on fire, like he
Yeah.
must have passed out on a couch.
Yeah.
And the couch catches on
Probably
fire.
with a lit cigar
And he's
in
like,
his
I like
jacket.
it like this. And then a few minutes later, he's got no house. And he's like, well, I guess I'll go to Vegas.
I like it like this.
I like it like that.
Can I ask you guys a question as older gentlemen?
Yeah.
Um,
Also, do you have any beet juice?
I'm stocking it all for myself.
Yeah.
dude. I feel like within the last 4 months or so, I've noticed my power of stream, like when I pee,
Yeah.
just completely go away.
Yeah, dude. I hate using the bathroom near younger comics. Like the other day, I was in the bathroom and Jake Two Pizza walked in.
Wait, so this is real? I'm not like far off on this.
No, your best days are over.
Yeah, dude. The stream's gonna be lean.
Yeah. You could never like you might have used to have big stream energy, but it's
Yeah,
gone.
dude. If you had big stream energy as a young man,
Yeah.
it's over by the time you're
No.
27.
I remember like peeing
I
and like
used to make it so loud. I thunder
Yeah.
that shit,
It's
dude.
crazy.
or like you go outside and you just see how far you can go. You go
I'll be
like
honest,
13 feet, you get a nice arc.
I've always been quite fuck. What's the word when you don't have confidence?
Shy.
Shy, sure. I've always been quite shy of my stream, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
because it was too powerful.
It's not powerful enough.
It's like the
Oh.
At
lack.
least maybe in my own ears, you know, I hate the
It
sound
was,
of my
it
own
was like
stream.
it wasn't. It was like anti-hubris.
Anti-hupis, yeah. I think the other one, I think the first one was better. But
Yeah. I don't even remember the last time I had a strong stream.
Yeah.
It was probably before I moved here.
07.
Something about the altitude.
It was probably like on that plane to Rhode Island. Something felt a little off, but I didn't realize it at the time. But that was the tipping point of my stream.
That whole like go with the energy,
Yeah.
or wherever the wind takes you kind of thing. You know
That's
who
how
was
your stream's gonna be.
Yeah. What do you're just talking about like the philosophy or? What are you
yeah.
talking-
The idea of that. Who the person who was really big on that? He had a name for it. It was called the rabbit. It was like the rabbit spirit. Ted Kaczynski was like really
I
into
think those
doing
mushrooms are
that.
kicking in.
But when he would go walk around in the woods,
Yeah.
he'd listen to the rabbit, and the rabbit was this thing that would like always force him to keep going, and it was or the wind or something like that. And we called it.
Is this
It
Danny
was like
Darko?
a spirit. No, it was Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Oh, he listened to the rabbit.
Yeah, for sure.
Did he have a unibrow?
I don't know where
I feel like
more
that
than
would have
one.
been dope if he was
He
like,
bombed multiple times. It shouldn't be Unabomber. It should be like the multi-bomber.
yeah. Check out that brow.
Let's check it out, dude.
Browser. It's just a website that lets you look at people's eyebrows.
It's like a basketball analytics website but for eyebrows. It's like I can't remember what I was gonna say it's called.
That must have been
What'd you say?
like
Buckets.
it must have been a sign of strength, like in the Neanderthal time. So if
To
you had,
grow a unibrow.
if you didn't have any space between your brows,
Oh, yeah. You probably look weak.
no, I think it was a sign of strength.
Oh, you think the Neanderthal... see, I think they were into the unibrow look
That's
back then.
I think we're agreeing.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I think if you bridge the gap, you are probably looked at as like a wiser person.
Yeah, I feel like maybe there was no gap though. Maybe it gradually started. I don't know.
Getting like the ice bridge.
Maybe they
from
burned it
Russia
off in the cave fires gradually.
leaning in too far.
He's called the Unabomber because he targeted universities and airlines.
Yeah.
Well, what
Did
is
you know that before I looked it up?
How is uni?
No, I didn't
uni
know.
an airline?
Universities and airlines.
United. It's the most
Oh, so specifically
airlines were like United.
Code name for
like,
the university and airline bombing targets involved.
Yeah.
And he does not have a
he only killed like 4 or 5 people. He really didn't have that high of numbers, but it is fascinating how like his whole thing was just anti-technology. And have you like listened to his whole like have you read his manifesto?
No, it's good for guys like me to not read too many manifestos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just gotta stay away from
Probably true.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting a little too interested.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
a
happens.
fascinating character.
Your stream dips and you start questioning things. Like, what is my place here? Nobody understands me anymore.
We need to go to the woods where streams are
I
heavy.
need to follow the rabbit.
I'm gonna follow the rabbit and read.
I haven't bombed enough on stage. It's time to take it out on the universities.
Yeah.
And airports.
He only did one airline, but it was pretty.
That's
pretty scary.
one uni.
All right, we should get into some of these bits that I have written out.
Yeah.
Some of the things we need to do. But first off, I wanted to introduce our guest.
Yes.
We haven't done that yet.
Okay.
That's a good thing to do.
I am glad to have you back. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How does it feel? It feels nice.
It feels nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we've
feels
missed
good.
you.
I mean, I just like talking to you guys,
Aw.
so I don't really need to.
You don't even need the microphone here.
No, I haven't even like really thought about the implications.
being
I'm
here?
just talking to my buddies. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know there was implications. To be
No,
honest
I
with you.
tried to pick like a scary word.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
The ramifications.
Yeah, the ramifications.
When ramekins start to fall.
Ramekins.
Yeah. Isn't that small dishes? We can move on.
No, let's unpack this.
Yeah, let's unpack ramekins. So they're-
What a great word, by the way. The ramekin. The ramekin is like a small container for ketchup.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's like a very small, like you know when you go to like In-N-Out Burger and you get those like paper things
That's
that
a
are
ramekin.
like that's like a fake ram.
thought
That's
it was
like
a
a poor
small
person
dish, yeah.
ramekin.
Yeah.
But like rich people actually have like real
like glass ramekins.
like glass or
They have
porcelain
real
or-
ramifications at that level.
Like you'll see a catering company will have like a bunch of
Bunch of ramekins.
ramekins.
Have I've never heard that term.
Yeah, no, it's a bougie ketchup holder or just sauce container.
Yeah, I remember my mom would be like, put my dressing in the ramekin.
Yeah.
Or I want it on the side.
Your mom said put my dressing in the ramekin?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a sentence that would unlock a sleeper cell, you know? It's like so specific.
Yeah, that's what turned Evan into an assassin.
No, I like assassinator better.
It's good for like
I have a lot
sauce.
of problems
Yeah.
today.
Like applesauce.
I mean, it's really your world.
Life is
Like,
your
they're only
ramekin.
good for applesauce. You try putting barbecue in that thing, it will break.
That's the ramifications.
This is a applesauce-based jar only. Don't you put any puree.
I used to steal ramekins a lot too from like Applebee's or because they'll give you like a
Again
little
with
side.
the apple. You see this guy?
Yeah.
It all comes back. Smoking out of the apple. Stealing Applebee's applesauce containers.
It all comes back.
I see what's going on.
Ooh, speaking of the New York is one of the coolest hotels.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty.
Big Apple.
Big Apple.
Apple.
Oh. Shit.
Back on the podcast, Jeremy Cash. Welcome to Recreational Outrage.
Hey guys, good to
Hello.
be here. Love to be here.
Thanks for
Glad to have
Happy
ya.
to be here.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I do have a few segments specifically for I think the three of us could really chop it up on.
All right.
I do have also
These are incense things, huh?
yeah.
I'm about to light all three of them, dude.
If you want to.
Dude, no, I'm not gonna do that. We'll fucking
So this
choke.
is our Christmas episode.
Is it?
Obviously, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like a cheap menorah?
Wow. You said cheap, not me.
Well, it's supposed to be 8
Oh.
Is it 8?
Huh?
It's 8?
menorahs.
No, like candles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
thought it was 9.
I think it's 9, but the ninth one is to light them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's such a like ring of power. Like
yeah.
For sure.
the
I
ninth
mean,
one is to light them all.
It is a Jewish holiday, so
I thought you were gonna say it is a Jewish movie. Lord of the
Lord of
Rings.
the Rings?
Yeah, that would be quite a twist.
I feel like I could get in trouble for saying that.
Not me.
Yeah. So the Eye of Sauron or Hamas.
Whoa.
Or Benjamin Netanyahu.
How do I get out of here?
But it's like like a Harry Potter. They say because now that J.K. Rowling is like an enemy now because
Yeah.
she thinks that only women are women. They try to find things like Harry Potter. So they say that the goblins or whatever that run the banks in Harry
Oh,
Potter.
yes,
They say
the,
that's a euphemism for.
Gringotts?
Yeah, they say that those are supposed to be her picture of Jews in the Harry
Wow.
Potter universe.
I think you can overthink yourself into a lot of
Into everything.
conclusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one certainly sounds right to me.
Yeah, that sounds like some old British lady would come up with.
Yeah, I mean it does. It's like a stone's throw away from like 7 Jewish names.
Yeah.
Gringotts.
I guess it kind of is.
But hey, you know what? The noses can't mean anything, you know.
Yeah, I know.
The pointy ears.
So it's the Christmas episode, huh? We're doing Christmas stuff.
And it's also the new year.
Do you
so we're
believe
gonna do
in
the spirit.
sure.
That's a part of the diet that I'm on.
Spirit.
A little bit of
Saying
Christmas
yes
spirit.
to the spirit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you doing a diet?
It's the perfect recipe. It's a little bit of weed, a lot of caffeine,
No, that is what is your
a little bit
diet?
of mushrooms.
That is the answer to the question. What is your diet?
True. I've
I
got
said why
I got a
are
fatty-
you doing the diet?
fatty brain.
Yeah.
You got a fatty brain.
Yeah.
Did the doctors tell you that?
I think Vegas broke Evan.
I think so, dude.
For sure. And
Yeah.
I don't mean financially.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be walking around town with his jacket on fire next week.
Yeah, it's like, did you guys see what
This
Evan
is
did?
how I like it.
Yeah. That was just you the whole time looking into a mirror.
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, hold these nuts. It's like, what the fuck, Evan?
I don't like this new version.
Yeah. What does your hat say? That looks like a new symbol.
Oh,
Florida.
Florida.
Established in 1907.
Oh, this is the mineral survey.
Okay, but the state was still.
It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
It's actually the only state that still has its name given to it from the Spanish.
Meaning on the ground, right? Floor. Ida.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's
The
actually
people of the ground, as
Yeah.
opposed to us, which is the people of
Ooh.
the sky.
they are the lowest of the
Yes.
low.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk shit about your hat.
We're just people.
Yeah.
The subspecies.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. It's
The
going to be
12
the new
days.
year.
Yes.
Okay. For first, I think we should. I would like to everybody burn a joke.
Burn a joke?
Yeah. I meant to give you guys a thing ahead of time, but I think that for this new year, we each get rid of a joke that we should not be telling anymore. For one reason or another, you have a joke that you're like, I can move on. Whether it's using a reference that's too old, it's a hack premise.
I have jokes that I know suck.
Yeah.
Or does it have to be a joke that I'm like kind of like?
I think we should all literally burn one. Like, never do it again. Write it down on a piece of paper, and then never.
Can I scroll through my notes?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me
Take
a
a second.
second.
I'll put on the Recreational Outrage music.
Take a second.
Fast.
Right.
Think about it.
Recreational Outrage.
I have stuff in
We'll tell it to each other.
Yeah.
Tell it to each other
Okay.
and we burn it.
And what happens if you catch me doing it?
Yeah, don't come to my next comedy work set.
I have a brand new joke that I should probably never do again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I thought was good.
And it's not. But it might be later. No.
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I got that one
Are we
too.
actually lighting them on fire?
Yeah,
Some
I think we should.
people like it that way.
I was going to throw it in that little ashtray over there as a
Can I have
sacrifice.
a piece of paper?
And I've got a present for you, Dylan.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What if I do the joke and then you're like, that's your best joke?
Yeah, right.
Are you insane? I do have big stream energy written down in this note file. And that somehow
Do you
came
really?
up. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was
That's something
next
to
to
think
Jake's Two
about.
Pizza the other day, and I was like, this motherfucker.
He looks like a guy that has big stream energy.
But he just walked in there, and I was all like, oh, shit, I got to wait it out now.
Yeah. He had to wait.
He just
to
hit the
release it.
balls so hard.
Let's see.
All right. So since I came up with this, I already prepared mine.
All right.
I think the joke that I'm going to burn is I look like John Lennon.
Okay.
That opener, it's not that. I mean, what? That I have brown hair and I'm a white guy and it's long? That's really the only stretch of the imagination there. It's a week I look like.
It has your dad involved in it, right?
Yeah.
Something
and
about Imagine.
it was such a stretch to make it work.
Yeah.
My dad telling me to cut my hair.
Yeah.
It was such a, dumb. Done with it. Never again.
I wrote down, and this is going to be hard because this is what I always open with, but I wrote down that I look like an autistic Proud Boy.
You're not going to do that joke anymore?
I don't want to, dude. I feel like I don't know.
Wow.
It's cheap.
Wow.
I do. I see what
I'm
you're
like
saying.
gonna
Where
burn
also
such a bad
you
joke.
Huh?
I'm going to burn such a bad joke. It's not going to
I want
matter.
to challenge myself to have a better opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the whole, I look like I take notes on the Joe Rogan podcast part 2.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like,
can. When
I don't
you
like
tell
how I
it,
feel when I say it.
I
anymore.
can hear it when
Yeah.
you say it.
Yeah.
You hate that people are about to laugh at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is. I mean, it's and it's also something you had in the first 3 months, 4 months of doing it.
Yeah, probably longer than that, but it was literally just what I came up with to get laughs within the first 7 seconds at Comedy Works.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, and last time I went there, like, it's a lot of you look like jokes. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's just 2.
But
yeah.
Totally back to back.
I'd rather just have like a straight up joke that I can start with or something else. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're both burning I look likes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll just burn one of my old look-like jokes.
Oh, burn on, dude.
Yeah, okay. So one of my early openers was I'm having a bad day. This other comedian told me that I look like the homeless version of Paul Giamatti.
What, homeless version of Paul Giamatti?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't done it in a while, but when I was like 2 years in, I used to like do that all the time, like one of
Yeah.
my first jokes.
Yeah.
So does that count? Probably haven't done that joke in 5 years.
I'd say it counts.
I just wanted to get on the look like bandwagon.
That makes sense, dude. You
Yeah.
want to be part of the team.
Yeah.
I get it.
I just want to look like a winner.
Why burn one of your jokes that works?
Yeah. The other one I was going to do was something about my nephew playing Animal Crossing. You guys know this Animal Crossing game? And I'm like,
I've heard of it.
back in my day, we called it Frogger. It's too good. I can't burn it. You guys laugh too hard.
It is kind of fun. I love that.
I've done it at an open mic twice, and it hasn't worked. But I did it like just as a riff at a table to two comics, and they both laughed.
I
So
just thought.
it's
We did it metaphorically at least.
All right.
yeah.
And what about you?
What do you mean? What about me?
Are you gonna set something on fire?
What a psycho! This guy's lost his fucking mind.
It's Vegas, dude. He's stuck on
Homeless
Vegas.
Giamatti.
We can find a
Ramekins.
homeless person.
Homeless Giamatti. That's the name of that joke.
That should be the name of your first album.
Yeah.
Don't
I also
burn it.
had this opener I used to do where I would say.
Soprano home.
So I'd have the name opener and the look like opener, and I'll burn them both.
Yeah.
Just
Do
'cause
it.
I'm, yeah. And yeah, I used to say my name is Jeremy Cash. People sometimes ask me if that's my real last name. I'm like, no, it's Cash Money. That was my OG opener 7 years ago.
It is the most gangster joke you have, and I like that you said it's OG.
And then I would go into the no, I've developed that. I didn't have that kind of confidence back then.
You didn't
But-
realize the power of an
No,
act
I would
out.
go. I would do that joke, and then I would do the homeless Giamatti joke. Those were my two babies.
Damn. And then you could follow that with do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? Oh, the tough Alzheimer's joke.
Yeah.
Do you know who the fuck I am?
You know who the fuck I am?
But not
Do you
anymore
guys
because you
remember your
burned it.
first joke?
First joke that worked?
I remember the first joke I told. It was definitely, I'm recently divorced, so I'm doing this so that someone else can hear the stupid shit I have to say.
That's a good joke, though.
Is it?
I imagine that would work.
It did work.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked enough. It worked enough for me to be like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had, I stuff about my stepdad. I definitely had like this, like calling my stepson my rescue. I had that.
Yeah.
I had that in my first set.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
We can do your schedule too. I don't want to get you off.
No, I love this.
Okay.
The first one I remember, like I think what you mean by right is like sit down and actually figure out.
I had a joke I was like working on before I even started like my comedy class, like before I went to an open mic. Like I had a joke that I was like kind of thinking about for a month or two
No shit.
before I even considered doing comedy.
You were like, this is funny.
Yeah.
I had plenty of like stories and bits that I would do. Like at summer camp, I would do like stories in front of the whole camp that
Yeah.
I'd like entertain everybody with.
Nice.
And that was like the closest to stand up that I would do. And in those, I would get jokes because I would improv the story each time. I would always have the same hits and pieces that I would touch.
Oh, wow.
But I would change out the names.
That's like a routine.
And the ways. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. And people would get excited about it.
Nice.
People would be like, Tiny Leaf's going to do it would be like the coffin joke or the fucking.
What camp?
The wolf joke. Camp Indian Springs. That's where Tiny Leaf comes from. That sign up there.
Camp Indian Springs.
Yeah, that's where you first learned about ramekins.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The legend of Cabin Ramekin.
Ramacamp.
Ramacamp, where the kids make sauce containers for 8 weeks. Come back with stories.
Come back.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about summer camp because I got new earrings. And I pierced my ears at summer camp. Or I didn't. The counselor did.
Yeah, because you couldn't hold your breath long enough or something. Get him.
It was where they put the badge.
Yeah. Damn.
The gay badge.
Did you ever go to camp?
Yeah, I grew up going to church camps.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to a bunch.
A lot of spirit there.
A lot of worship. No.
I lived right by a
no
very
counselor ear piercings. that's for
religious
sure.
college, so...
You said you went to one or you lived
No,
by
I
one?
lived by like Nyack, where I'm from. There's this college called Nyack College, and it's like a Christian school. And I used to go to their basketball camp.
I bet it was wild.
Yeah, for sure.
They're Christian basketball players are the tallest. They're the closest to God.
Yeah,
They're pretty much like the popes of the athletic world.
for sure.
The first joke I remember like writing was I have a joke about Burning Man, and it was really me just taking the word Burning Man and then switching it out with Burning Woman, and it was like, where would they burn women? And then it was Salem,
and then that's how you got to your stoner chicks joke, and your
no, but do you remember that?
Oh, for sure.
That joke I told, and do you remember the advice you told me?
No, but I do remember talking about the joke.
It's so fascinating because it's literally the exact opposite thing that Dylan. I mean, it was forever ago, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think
it wasn't that long ago. I remember this.
I mean, it was one of the first times I think I had gotten advice from a person.
But you haven't been doing it. I mean, it was less than 3 years ago, right? I mean, maybe 4 years.
Yeah. But I haven't been doing it longer.
I think it was at Monkey Barrel. I remember
exactly.
This.
Yeah. You came up. What was so funny is you came up to me and said you need to be more calm. Like your jokes are more delivered one-liner style.
Yeah, I don't
so you
remember
need to be
saying
more
that.
like a Mitch Hedberg kind of style.
Huh.
Slower and calmer and less excited.
Interesting.
You're too excited up there, which is so you the other night, I said, dude, I was having too much fun. And you were like, just do that. Because that's obviously what's
fun.
But
you may have, your excited energy may have changed over those 3 years. It might be more developed and more like a character.
Like you were acting goofy. You know what I mean?
For sure. But Mitch Hedberg didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like he was as calm and he would just use his words.
But maybe back then your high energy was more nervousness. And now it's like controlled and it's like...
It is actually
it's
having
probably
fun.
two different...
For sure.
Like, I don't think it's a one-to-one comparison.
No.
But it's interesting.
Because, it was just... It was also at the same exact venue. You know what I mean? It was at Monkey Barrel, and it is, 3 years later, so... Yeah, that's just...
I don't remember saying that. I just remember saying that I liked the joke.
I do remember that.
To be honest.
And you were like, you can do it with other countries. And I have been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, where I do it with other... It took me forever to figure out how to do that, but...
Yeah.
Jokes. I do love that shit, man.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. Like the other night when you told the joke about cigarette burns from your dad, but you didn't say cigarettes because that could be either parent. You said cigar.
Yeah.
Because that's a dad fucking thing to
smoke. It is a dad thing.
And it's funnier, dude. Like, I don't know if you even did that consciously, but...
I think just, like, you always want to edit words, and even just a phrase like cigar burns is shorter than cigarette burns.
Yeah.
So you're just getting to the punchline quicker. Even if it's just one syllable.
Interesting.
Like
so you think it's trimming?
Cigar burns. Yeah, it is. It is trimming.
Wow.
But that's like being like the most detailed minutia of trimming. Like normally it's like cutting out actual words. We're just talking about picking a slightly shorter word.
Yeah.
That's a synonym, essentially.
I did hear, I was watching a roast, and somebody was roasting somebody that looked like Danny Trejo, and somebody else had already said machete. So, like, that was taken off the table at the roast. Like, you couldn't go back to that same joke, but he looked exactly like Danny Trejo. So he had another one being like, he looks like he does advanced technology for the Spy Kids. Because it's like another Danny Trejo fucking role that wasn't the one that was already taken. And to see it used, it was so good. Yeah. I love that.
Nice.
Just choosing the right words.
Yeah. Little things are big.
That's crazy. That's a wildly deep sentence with stand up.
Yeah.
With my joke about my dad and going into my stepmom and stuff. So they hadn't actually gotten married yet. So
wait. You're
my stepmom and my dad
at that time they hadn't gotten.
He died. They were engaged.
Oh.
So when I used to say my dad's fiance showed up to his funeral in her wedding dress, it would create it
would make questions.
Well, it wouldn't make questions, but it would create sympathy for her. And then when I would say, that's when whatever cunt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I change it to stepmom, that's when
because everybody hates
stepmoms.
stepmoms.
Everyone hates their stepmom.
Oh, that's so
and that's
good.
a little thing, right?
Damn, I love that.
When you wrote it, it was the same thing, but then you realized it was a huge difference.
Yeah, huge difference between some lady who was a bitch.
Yeah.
Who's probably just really emotionally traumatized because her fiance just died, so she wears her wedding dress to his funeral, which did happen. But then the stepmom, where it's like. Yeah.
That's like Cinderella. It's like we hate that hoe.
It's cliche to the fact of the worst.
Well, it's just like a trope of a thing.
Sometimes I even say stepmother, and I feel like that even makes it even more.
But that's sort of what I'm talking about, where I'm like editing.
Stepmoms
a
are starting to get very sexy.
Because if you say stepmother,
Stepmoms.
you're taking all that emotion and all that like preconceived notion, and you're distilling it into 2 words, and you're painting that picture with 2 words.
But do you think that, like with the porn, do you think the whole stepmom in the zeitgeist is changing?
That's probably a thing because of how much people hate their stepmoms.
Oh,
I don't think it changes it.
Yeah.
You think that stepmoms are evil forever?
Ever?
Maybe it's like how every 100 years, like you gain the copyrights to like Winnie the Pooh or whatever. Give it 100 years.
You make Winnie the Pooh porn now.
Stepmoms.
Yeah,
be
it will be
cool
bad for at least 100 years.
Yeah, true.
And
Okay.
we'll have to reevaluate.
And then we'll circle back.
Yeah, I don't know when Cinderella came out. Probably like early 1900s, but maybe it's past.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe that's why stepmom shit's starting to get
that's
hot.
why it was finally allowed.
Yeah, interesting. I'll look into it. All right, next
I'll look
subject.
into it. Puts note into huge book of to-do lists.
Cool.
Yeah. Stuff I will look into eventually. File that.
Janice, please put this on my calendar.
He's talking to a candle again.
Candace the candle.
Yeah, that's a good name for a candle. Because Candaces are hot too,
Big
in my
time.
experience.
I'd
One
say
for one, just
candies.
1 for 1.
Candies are hot too.
Candies,
Yeah.
Are you basing that solely off of 2.5 Men?
No,
Candy. Who's?
Candy is the
The stripper.
not Charlie. Yeah, the other.
I kind of
brother marries
remember.
her.
Yeah,
I'm sad though.
but it wasn't
no one
Rose.
remembers that.
It wasn't
No,
Rose.
It wasn't Rose.
Alan.
Yes. Candy marries
God,
Alan.
we've just all lost our credibility. What was your favorite episode of The Big Bang Theory, and why?
It wasn't until Ashton Kutcher came
I
in
didn't
for
know
half
that.
of the
Seriously.
last season.
Now it's 3.5 Men. You know what I mean? That guy's a real man.
You ever hear his murder thing?
No.
What?
How he was dating a girl that got murdered, and he like went to the house.
No.
She was dead inside the house. They were supposed to go on a date.
That was an episode of Punk'd.
That was the pilot.
Then that little
but-
kid comes out and it's like, oh, all right.
Real ass. He knocked on the door, didn't hear anything. I think he looked in the window and saw she was dead and freaked out and ran away. And then he called like his lawyer. He's like, "What do I do?"
Well, he knocked on the door. He's like, I'm Ashton Kutcher. If she's not answering the door for me,
Dude, I think
she
that's
must be dead.
He was supposed to be there like 2 hours earlier,
Yeah.
and he literally was just like, "She'll fucking wait for me.
Yeah.
I'm Ashton Kutcher."
I'm Ashton
and
Kutcher.
it was in between because I think she unlocked the door
He definitely murdered
for
her.
him to come in. And
Yeah.
Put that out there.
I think so, dude.
Yeah.
His fingerprints were on the knob, dude.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's.
On the knob.
Are you talking about?
And he called his lawyer. Dude,
Before 911.
this is way
before 911?
Yeah.
I don't think that there was ever a time before 911.
This is back in the 70s.
I think that was the first phone number.
No, he called his lawyer before he called 911.
Oh, I think it was just like phones didn't have 911. He tried to call
back in
it. Yeah.
2003 when we
Yeah.
didn't have phones.
No, this was it was back when murder was cool. It was like the
Murder's
like
still pretty
I think
cool.
they brought it back.
Yeah, murder's like it's the copyright's up. It's cool.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
it's like it's the 70s all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder's sick.
Yeah, it's so 70s.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
All right, and the other thing I wanted to do
yes.
specifically with Jeremy, you are pretty good about doing a goal for yourself, right? Setting a goal.
Many goals.
Yeah, and I set one for myself this past year,
That's dope.
and I did achieve it.
What is it?
It was to be booked once a month.
Okay.
At least once a month.
Nice.
Because the year before that, I'd go at least. I would have a hot month,
Yeah.
but then it would be a 3 fucking
Okay.
month gap,
I like that goal because it's very specific.
and it was reasonable.
Because you could have said, I want to get booked more. And then it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
No, it was an actual, and like numbers wouldn't matter because you can have a hot month. Like I wanted it to be stretched out.
Yeah,
at least.
minimum once a month.
Yeah. And it wasn't. I didn't include producing Punchline Jeopardy. You know, like I didn't.
because you booked that.
Sure.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. I'm more on the
I think
production
that's fair.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did achieve that this year.
Well, that's awesome,
which
man.
is very exciting. Even though I might have to. No, I got. Oh, never mind. It worked. I have to cancel one, but I also got another this month. So
Okay.
it's all gonna work out.
Right on.
But did you have any this year that you maybe did or didn't accomplish?
Wow. So I've had a good run of years with goals. Like a few years ago, I had some very, like in 2021, I think it was, I had some very highbrow, like challenging goals.
I remember there was like write a joke every day.
That
kind
was,
of stuff,
I think that was 2020.
Or write out your set from the night before you had a goal of.
Yeah, like a transcription thing. Well, one of my goals that year was to read 52 books, and I did that, and I felt like that was kind of insane.
That's huge.
Like a book a week.
To be able to set that much time aside.
Yeah, but to answer your question, this year I had a bunch of goals, and I sort of like deviated from many of them.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a year where and it's weird that you were bringing this up because I've always been so like, goals are great, do your goals. But it was a year where I allowed myself a little more wiggle room to be like, this is something I wanted to do, and now I don't want to do it, and it's okay if I don't do it.
I think that's... Dude, that's the only like thing
But I
that
do
allows
still love
you
goals.
to.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No, but I think that allows you to actually gain from the goal.
Yeah.
If you force yourself in such a level of unenjoyment,
Yeah.
that you're no longer appreciating what the goal is even set for.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be doing that.
Exactly. And then you're just like, I'm just stuck in this OCD
There's
agreement in my
punishment.
head.
It's literally it's the person who can't finish or be done with a book because they don't like it.
Yeah,
Even if they're halfway
sure.
through, they'll be like, I have to finish this book.
And
Or
I'm sure that
a
year I
TV
did that. You
series
know
or
what I mean?
something.
I was
Yeah.
like, gotta finish
Totally.
one book a week.
And it wasn't maybe bad, but it also is like kind of freeing to even set
Yeah.
these goals and then
No,
set
it
them.
was just to
them
allow
see.
myself the wiggle room of reevaluation.
Totally. Okay, so what were some of them, if you don't mind me asking?
This year, yeah, man, I like really don't even. I mean, I had a specific one with our show that was like do 12 live misinfomercials
Totally.
shows. That was literally one of them.
That's
It was like once a month, do a live show
Yeah.
of misinfomercials.
You did a few projects
one.
though this year.
Yeah, I had another one that was make 52 fake commercials.
Yeah.
And I was going strong in the beginning of the year. I probably, had maybe 12 in the first 3 months. Like I was
Yeah.
on pace, and then it just kind of like completely disappeared. 2 years ago, I had do 365 open mics, and I hit that,
Yeah.
which was cool.
Damn. So do you think each of these have been almost like an explanation of like
It's hard
how
to even
your
remember
year,
them.
what you've been focused on? Because it seems like what you, because hot sauce was a
Yeah.
huge part of.
2021, 2022, for sure.
Yeah, and obviously that's a very little part.
It is, but
where you are now.
It's interesting that you brought that up because I'm sort of getting back into it actually.
Yeah, why not?
When you called me, it came up as hot sauce comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope. No, I made a batch a week or two ago. I was on the phone yesterday with my old commissary. I'm meeting them on Monday to potentially get the kitchen back.
Wow.
And yeah, because I've had this 5-year plan, speaking of goals, that I started when I turned 35. I was like, I'm going to do one a year before I'm 40. And they were vague. Like, I was like, your goals are good because they're specific. But they were super, super vague. But it was just kind of like the stuff that I wanted in my life.
Sure.
By the time I
Make
turned
more
40.
money.
No, not that.
Exercise more.
But the five things, and again, these are going to sound just like nebulous. It's like, what does that even mean? But it was like comedy. I just want to be a comedian. I want to make hot sauce. I want to live in a tiny house. I want to have a van and like travel around the country, sell hot sauce. And then the fifth one's like have a family, which is kind of like, again, like that's probably the most challenging of the goals because that's the one you can't really
Force.
do without somebody else's help. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'm going to start a hot sauce company, or I'm going to do open mics every day,
100%.
or I'm going to buy a van. But you can't just be like, I'm going to go to a wife's store and adopt some kids. This
some
lady
countries
hates
you
me,
can.
but yeah. So, but so yeah, this year's sort of been
Wife
about,
Depot.
yeah.
I would
Wife
love to
Depot.
riff on this for a minute, dude. Just all the different sections that you could go through. 2-for-1s.
Yeah.
What's
The morning section.
There's racks on clearance.
Yeah.
Racks.
Thank you.
Racks.
That's just one section, just racks.
Yeah, dude. Well, you got to customize your woman.
There's cunts.
Yeah. Wow. No, that's her name.
Discount.
All right, that was fun. We
Yeah.
can get back to serious talk.
But anyway, yeah. So I've had that kind of like in the back of my mind, and I still come to that a lot, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah, the 5-year.
And the other day, I was like in my car, and I was just thinking, I was like, wow, like
Was this after a car nap?
probably.
The most clear time
But
to
I
think.
just had this moment of gratitude and like realization that I was like, I'm like very on schedule with this 5-year plan. Like it's going well.
Yeah.
Even though I left hot sauce and kind of came back to it, like I'm like right where I need to be to do it.
And you haven't put any of them like to a point where you wouldn't even be able to pick it back up.
Exactly. I mean,
Like it's
I'm
not
doing
like you haven't tried dating or you
No,
haven't.
and actually, I started dating someone actually
No
a
shit.
couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
And she wants to live in a van. And I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome.
The puzzle pieces.
Yeah, so I'm like figuring that part out too.
And I would say that
Also,
like
I met her at the wife store.
was
the rack section.
Yeah.
I wanted to and then obviously with comedy,
Yeah.
I would say that like your journey here in Colorado, we've talked about it on the pod before, but it was like took a long time for you to get a level of recognition. And this weekend alone, there's 5 places you have to be. You know what I mean?
No, I mean like comedy is going very well. I almost want to get to the place where I'm like, I'm just going to take the plunge and just try to make it work. Like
Totally.
And I know that it won't, but I feel like when you take those kind of risks, you get closer to it.
And I don't think it's terrible to try
Yeah.
and then fail and then try and then fail, because what if one of them actually did succeed? And maybe you end up needing money, so you go into this other adventure where it's like Aaron Benjamin working at the lounge, or it's like Jeff Stonick getting into photography and poetry. Like I think those things literally spawned from him needing the money.
That's where a lot of solutions, because like you take yourself out of your comfort zone, and that's where the growth happens. And sometimes you go in one direction, it's like a big scary like leap of faith or whatever. Like you just jump,
especially if it's a new direction.
Yeah, but you just kind of trust that no matter what happens, you can always just get back up, and you know you can get a job, and you know you have people in your life that you can kind of depend on if things really go bad. So
yeah, I think everybody needs a support group, even if it is something as simple as like, you know, like friends at work, or if it's like a parent, or if it's a fucking community of church or whatever. Like, I think having that support group and people to talk this shit to, it's crucial.
Yeah, but sometimes it's that fear of the unknown that keeps people in their comfort zone forever.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, I need this. I hate my job, but I need this, like, I need this money every week. And then like all of a sudden you're like, 10 years have gone by and I'm still at this job and I still hate it.
That routine is so easy to get
it's not
sucked
like I'm
into.
rich. It's like I'm still poor.
Yeah.
Like,
That's like 85% of the reason why I left my grow job. Because it's just like I knew that if I didn't, when I was having this, it's exactly what you said. I've already been doing the same thing for 8 years, and now it's like
so
the irony.
You
upward
just,
motion.
you just need to let the universe work its magic.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're stubborn,
The uni.
yeah, you just sometimes you just have to have faith, even if you're not like a religious person. Just like you're just like, I have faith in myself, or I have faith in the universe just having my back.
Dude, the irony of Dylan leaving the grow for growth.
That is hilarious.
That is
it's very funny.
full circle, dude.
I've never enjoyed a pun more.
I'm surprised it's taken him this long to get one.
Yeah, no, he had one in the beginning.
That's true.
The mics weren't working then.
I forget what it was, but yeah, no, you had one. I was like, oh, there it is.
It's like a speed bump that your car hits every other time on the way to work.
See it coming.
Yeah, pothole. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Okay, do we all want to set goals? Maybe in this year. Maybe we don't have to have them ready right now, but I think it's good to have a goal.
Yeah.
And I do think that like
I'm reading this book right now. It's called 4,000 Hours. And believe it or not, the average, 4,000 weeks. 4,000 weeks.
Okay.
And believe it or not, the average human lifespan is only 4,000 weeks, which is kind of like, it's like, oh shit, like that's not that many.
Yeah.
Especially when you've had a couple thousand already.
I mean, I'm already 2,000 weeks in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's
one
wild.
of the things this book talks about that I like so far is about I'm the kind of person who gets a lot of ideas, and I get really excited by all my ideas, and they sometimes distract me from my other ideas that I used to be excited about. And it's this like loop of like excitement and like procrastination and
Sure,
distraction.
something's shiny, so
Yeah.
you jump on it, and then it takes you away from the other things.
But this book talks about you should only have maximum 3 creative things you're working on.
Okay.
And you should not move on until you've just 3.
At least gotten that one.
Yeah. So, you know, as someone who was like, while I was reading it, I was like, literally had like 6 things. I was like, these are the 6 things I'm doing. I was like, I had to cut 3 of them out.
Damn.
Yeah. And I feel like it's been nice. Just been like, oh,
I think
yeah, I'm still going to do this other thing.
That reminds me of even the way that Dylan, you're treating venues. I'm just like, I'd rather have 2 or 3 that I focus on perfectly.
Yeah.
Rather than 6 weird ones. You know what I mean? I'd rather shape a fucking spot into the, because I can focus on 1 or 2 better than I can focus on 6.
But I will share my 3 with you in terms of goals, because I feel like those or resolutions or whatever.
Yeah. What the next chapter?
Yeah, and then a lot of it's the old chapter, but that's okay because the chapter isn't complete.
The
you know
book.
what I mean? Yeah, the book. But yeah, so we're going back to hot sauce,
Yeah.
restarting the company. The second one was so me and Matt Greenwald, we've been producing a lot of shows together. We have 6 rooms at this point. We just did a trip to South Dakota to do comedy in a theater.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's like really focus on that.
Yeah.
And try to just like get to the point where like we have shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday every week of
Like
the year.
a circuit.
Yeah. So, because I bought myself this 5.5 foot by 3.5 foot wall calendar for the new year. It's all the months in one page. It's going to go on my wall, but I want to just fill up all Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just down the list, And
I
just-
love also the fact that you know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But you want to see it just completely filled out.
I think
you
there's
know
something about the visualization and the reminder where you're like, oh, I don't have a show next Thursday. I got to get a show next Thursday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So fill the gap.
Because that's where I'm going to sell my sauce. I don't want to do it at the markets anymore. I only want it available at comedy shows. So it's like, if you want the sauce, you got to come to the show.
Merch.
Yeah, merch. But also, like, make it almost like...
Dude, it's a valuable merch. I'm not trying to say
yeah.
it's like a keychain. Like
No, it is good.
that's something that people are going to use and enjoy.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's all comedy, you've done like comedian names for them. I think that's hilarious.
And then, so that's called Brave New Comedy. That's like our little name we came up with because he's a Braves fan. I'm a New York Mets fan, so we get Brave New Comedy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to like just build that brand, maybe have a podcast, maybe have some content. I don't know. But just specifically trying to get shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Totally.
Every week. And then the third goal is this project I've been working on. It's like an audio project. It's like sketch comedy, but with no video.
Okay.
And so I'm essentially working on an album, right? But it's not like my stand-up. It's like recorded funny stuff, but it's not stand-up. It's not like live from a show.
Almost radio shows.
Yeah.
Old radio
Or
comedy
like
shows.
Jerky Boys, or just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
old school
Like
like
a
comedy
mixtape.
albums. Mixtape, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's called The List.
Kind of like in like rap albums, how they'd have like those like sketches in between songs.
Yeah, just
Okay,
silly
hell yeah.
stuff. Like the story, it actually has an arc. So first I was like, I want every track to be different, but then I was like, no, you know what? I want it to start somewhere, and I want it to like,
Tell a story.
yeah, tell a story. And the story is basically, I'm in a bathroom, or I'm in a cafe, and I'm waiting. I'm trying to get the code to the bathroom from the barista, and she won't give it to me. And then Aaron Benjamin is like the shady guy in the shadows, and he's like, hey kid, you want the code? And I actually have. Do you want to listen to the first minute of the album?
Well, can we plug it or something?
I don't know. I mean, we could plug it, but that's fine too. But I actually have the first minute, which took fucking 2 weeks.
Isn't that crazy when you actually try scripting something?
Yeah.
It takes so much more production.
But anyway, I'm working on this album with a bunch of comedians, so I'm calling it The List because it's about this guy who has the list to all the codes, but it's also made with a bunch of open mic comics. So I'm like, The List is a good name.
Damn.
Yeah, The List, Volume 1.
Nice.
All
Those are the
right.
3 things. The List, the hot sauce, the Brave New Comedy.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, 3 things to focus on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I could keep going, you know, and it's like, but then will the others get attention?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is no.
Especially if you can visualize 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can see all 3.
Yeah, and they all play into each other. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna do a bunch of shows so I can sell my hot sauce, and you know I'm gonna So they're not like completely like unrelated.
Totally.
I'm gonna open a gun range and I'm gonna like live in an aquarium. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
You know, fish doesn't perform there.
Yeah, no, they don't. Not in mine. Not in mine.
No. Dylan, what about you? Any goals?
I would like to. One goal is to get.
Did you have any this past year?
Yeah, I feel like I only really hit one of them, which was to get booked at Looney's for a weekend.
Okay.
Which I did.
But that's another super good goal because it's so specific.
Yeah, but for this year, definitely to get like booked on shows at the Underground, at the Comedy Underground, and then also like hosting a weekend or whatever at the Fort.
Okay.
Becoming more regular at those places.
Yeah.
Interesting.
As far as comedy goes.
Almost venue based.
Yeah.
Those are good goals.
Yeah.
And what else maybe didn't you do this year? That you were saying that
They're
you
the ones
did.
that I just said.
Oh, really? It
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Damn. I did do my newbie set, and that was definitely a big goal.
Yeah.
You know, the Comedy Works newbie set, so that was pretty rad.
But that was almost like a mental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
you could have done that.
It just needed to
It
happen.
was just about following
Have you
through.
been signing up since then?
Yep,
Hell yeah.
I did
Nice.
today.
Nice.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And I got a reminder for the next day that the thing's open.
Right on.
I'm trying to. All right, are you guys ready for the next thing?
Yes.
We can. I got
Wait, did you say your
Yeah, what are your goals?
your stuff?
my goal for the next year.
Yeah. Because it was such a good topic. I'm like, I don't leave you shortchanged.
No, I hadn't even thought about it.
That's
I was just happy that I did this year's. You know, I think if I what.
Keep going.
If I do anything this year, it's gonna have to be specifically joke related.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I want it to be writing. I've gotten so bad about putting pen to paper, and I hate that I even have said that sentence as many times as I have, and I haven't done anything about it. Like I think it should be, because the percentage is it can be, 2 jokes out of 100 written.
Yeah.
But at least you have those 2 more jokes, So I feel like I need to do that more.
So there's this concept I read in a book. It's called habit stacking. And it's like, let's say you want to meditate more, but you always drink coffee. So you say, before my coffee, I'm going to meditate for 1 minute.
Oh, something that already...
That you already do.
In the routine.
You start associating with it. So you could have a thing that you do and say, but like before that, I have to write for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And because you're going to do the other thing.
Almost to earn it.
To earn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just part of like the ritual. So maybe like before I smoke weed, I'm going to write for 2 minutes. And I'm not going to allow myself to smoke weed unless I write for 2 minutes.
Oh, a joke a hit?
I mean, that's insane. Like, that's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, if you start pairing your already like current behaviors with your goal behaviors, like it's been shown that it's helpful.
Sure. 20 jokes before I can go back to the dispensary.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, I mean, whatever works.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's hard though, 20 jokes. But maybe
But I'm
that's where
okay
you
with
wanna
writing bad jokes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with writing nonsense because even the ones that I think are nonsense, I'll say every now and then it just fucking does well. So who knows? Yeah, and I do think it's literally just putting pen to paper makes it happen.
Maybe every time you say pen to paper, you have to write for 1 minute.
You'd have had to have written for 3 minutes.
Yeah. And you can get a sign on your wall. It says, did Evan say pen to paper today? It's like, you owe me.
I wish I had an
minute.
example because the way I draw is very much like I would put the pen on the paper and then just start drawing.
Is he about to explain how pens work?
It's a 4th time.
Well, no, like I wouldn't know what it was going to look like. I can't visualize a thing ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like I can't picture something in my head and then draw it. It would literally be like I'd start to do a line and I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll do a line here.
But
and
that's
I'd be
not
like,
how you
that,
write jokes, is it?
That is exactly how
Really?
I'll start with a word and I'll be like,
Wow.
what could be good next to
That's
this?
wild.
Or how can I play with this
That's
word?
wild.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe what you need is a random word generator. You
It's
just
something like
wake up
that.
in
Yeah.
the morning, you just hit it. It says
think you should-
broccoli, and then you put broccoli on the page, and then you just.
I think you should have a joke about every single subject.
Yeah.
And the way I did start was I would start a word and then I'd do a word bubble and I'd go around it with like broccoli. I'd go like
Yeah.
head, broccoli head. A
Sure,
girl
sure.
that had curly hair gave me head once.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where the genius starts to come.
Sure. No, I feel it already.
I felt the genius
That's a
generated.
cool writing process, though. I like that.
It helps me think about things I never would have thought of before, you know? And also, I've even just, like I used to put on something like a podcast in the background and how fucking stupid that is. Like it's
Yeah.
words and distraction and other people's thoughts just constantly flooding in when I should be just listening to, honestly, the best thing for me is jazz because it's a beat and it's exciting and there's cadence
Nice.
and there's like momentum and there's things that build and it goes up and down and it feels like how a comedy set should be.
I do think there's power in like reminders. So like with the calendar, I'm like, I'm buying this calendar so I can fill it up with dates. If you like write somewhere that you see a lot, like did you write today, or like just some sort of
Totally.
reminder, like that's gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I think that can go a long way
Yeah.
too.
On my earbuds before
Or even
listening
just
to a pod.
like on your
Or set an
whiteboard.
alarm on your phone just for like some random
Yep,
time.
I used to have a writing alarm.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
Have you written
4:20 almost.
4 o'clock.
That's so funny.
Because that was the minute I stopped smoking weed. So yeah. But
Hell yeah. Okay. And then do we want to do maybe just one more thing real quick?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, do you guys have places to be today?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean
think so.
today has been going on for a while. I like how you're like, since the day just started, are you guys doing breakfast after this? Or?
I'm down. Breakfast sounds great. I love
No,
that.
I do have to be somewhere.
7 o'clock, Denny's?
7 o'clock. You nailed it. Yeah.
You're getting breakfast without me? It's called Brenner.
Yeah. It's a Brenner show.
You know they are doing like
Catch.
punk rock shows at the Denny's. Have you seen those?
What?
This is gonna be a pun. I feel it.
No. There's
This is a pun.
Yeah.
It's coming. Something involving
eggs
Grand
over
Slam.
hard rock. No.
Okay, they're doing rock shows at the Denny's.
Yeah, it's
punk
like a
rock.
trend that's been going on.
Oh,
Where
okay.
like they literally do book it out for like metal shows and punk shows. Because I think Denny's is just doing poor as a business.
They're
But
just, yeah.
all right, so I think we could modernize. Did you hear that fart sound? That's funny.
Classic comedy. Did you guys hear that fart sound? It was funny.
Do you remember when we broke down the very first joke ever? It was probably a fart.
Yeah, I do kind of remember that.
Yeah.
The
Comedy.
history of comedy. I don't know if we ever released that.
I know. Yeah, I think it's hidden.
Yeah, the hidden files.
I think we should recast the manger scene.
Okay.
Right now?
Yeah,
Are you out of your mind?
Real quick.
Are you familiar with
Like, who would be playing
oh god.
Mary? Who would be playing Joseph? If we could do the ultimate
If Dylan's
Hollywood.
okay with this, I'll do it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, okay.
But
You were worried about stepping on sacred toes?
Just like, yeah, instigating the sacred spirit of the universe and having
Oh.
it chase me down. For
And
the
then I'll
rest of
have
the
you
year.
open your present.
okay.
But I'm going to put all that on you.
Okay.
I'm going to put it all on you.
Is it a
and
little
just
baby
say,
Jesus
yeah.
or something?
It's the milk.
Oh, great. Of baby Jesus?
I love how he lulled us with the fart joke.
I don't know.
Let's
Okay,
recreate.
so we have
So we
to-
could recreate. I think okay. Let's start with the big hitters. We got Mary.
I think
Now,
those are
Mary-
really hard to cast, dude. There's no versions left.
Well, I'm shopping at the wife's store for a reason.
And they're in their freezer section.
Yeah. Cold bitches.
Cold broads.
Yeah.
Tater tots.
Whatever you guys want. We got them.
So I think okay. Well, how about so for Joseph, right?
Yeah.
He has to be okay with being a cuck.
Will Smith.
Perfect.
Smith, Joseph.
All right.
Wait. Okay, I think I misunderstood.
We're gonna
this
recreate
segment.
recast the manger.
I thought we were gonna take a photo with the three of us.
That's so much worse.
We get
One of
Lionel
us
to
is
play
gonna be
baby Jesus.
One of us is going to be Mary. One of us is going to be Joseph.
Okay, well, actually, the big three, who do you think it would be?
Jesus, John Lennon.
All right, I'll take it. I wouldn't say it because I burned that joke.
Yeah.
You would probably be Joseph.
You are the Jesus.
So I'm Mary.
Yeah, I think so. You look like you have more bearing hips.
Yeah, I have I have childbearing hips for sure. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, my name's Jeremy, so that's like begins with a J. I don't have a dick, but the rest checks out. I wish we got that part on the podcast. I'm raising money
I'll slip it
to
in
start
with
a
that
new
audio.
business. First thing I did was sell my dick.
That's
Yeah.
actually a terrible business plan.
I know.
I think women make less in business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're just like, yeah,
he
he's
didn't even say anything about being a woman. He just said
No.
he sold his dick.
Yeah, I did. You J.K. Rowling piece of shit. Yeah, dude.
So Joseph would be Will Smith. I like that quite a bit.
All right.
I think Mary should be Taylor Swift.
Madonna.
See, but she's the modern
Okay,
Madonna, you know
that's
what I
fair.
mean? She's way hotter.
Taylor Swift she's had too many boyfriends to be married.
All boyfriends,
Exactly.
not a husband. She's never been coveted.
She's been coveted too much.
She's covered in coven.
Yeah.
She's covered in cum for sure. No, it can't be Taylor Swift.
No.
No.
Who?
Candace Owens is Mary.
I do like the diversity choice.
Yeah.
That helps.
I feel like if you involve Will Smith, you got to make Chris Rock Jesus.
Ooh.
Okay. Maybe Chris Rock is Mary.
Yeah, and then he slapped.
No, Chris Rock should be like, I don't know,
One of the wise
one of
men.
the angels or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're just describing the movie Dogma now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Where's Kevin Smith?
And in that, Alanis Morissette was God.
Yeah, and
So
I
maybe
do
we'll
like
make
that.
Alanis Morissette Jesus because she's already done it,
She's already figured out how to play
Maybe
that
she's
role.
Mary.
which would be super ironic.
Don't you think?
I didn't want to say it, but I had to.
Oh, too many laughs. Ran out of breath.
I don't know who could be Mary.
I was really excited to take the photo.
Yeah, you were pumped.
Well, I was like, at first I was like, no way. That's why I was like, are you insane, dude?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, if Dylan's into it, I guess let's just see what Evan has cooking.
That's how every threesome happens.
Like, somehow Dylan is involved.
Yeah. I wish, dude.
If
Yeah.
Dylan's cool with it.
Yeah, Dylan's cool. You know.
I mean, I didn't think we'd be
Yeah,
doing this,
mean,
but
he wasn't included in the original cast, but we'll call him. We'll hit him up.
speaking of threesomes, Las Vegas. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that have been cool?
Yeah, but now we have a sad moment. We got to bring it back up
Yeah.
before it ends.
It was a boner kill.
Yeah, boner
Sorry.
kill.
All right, let me see what I got. One other thing, I'm sure.
Okay.
Cheese pizza is a code word for CP. Did you know that?
What is CP?
I can't
You
actually.
don't think you should say it probably
Yeah.
on the
It'll get us flagged.
broadcast?
It's
Colin Powell.
Yeah. Probably. He's probably been involved. If you read enough of Hillary Clinton's emails, he's probably been involved.
CP. Oh boy.
But the fact that I watched a video where they said cheese pizza as the code word
Are
for
you
it.
going back to like the whole like Comet pizza?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the code word choice is
Yeah.
a little on the nose.
What have you been watching?
Yeah.
Like icebergs of like creepy videos or like mysterious songs
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
CP came up.
Yeah, they were talking about like these like snuff films or something like
Yeah.
that.
Like with like the old fashioned tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's inside of a
They just
Slipknot
They
commercial.
just gave a bunch of
music
kids
video.
tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuff.
Snuff. It's what's for dinner.
That's part of the diet that I'm on.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's snuff, it's enough for me.
Wasn't there that one basketball player though, like Chris Paul? Didn't he go by CP3 or something?
He does go by CP3.
Oh, that's not
think
good.
Is that
code
shady?
name?
Is that shady?
Might be.
Tripling down.
C3PO.
Ooh.
What is the PO?
You pissed off the
Parole
wrong
Parole
officer.
officer.
Yeah.
Well, this is P3O, so
Yeah.
3.
CP3O.
C3PO.
Is
Chris
it
Paul.
C3PO or CP3O?
You
I
know
think
I
it's
have
C3PO.
dyslexia.
This should be the
this is-
autism test, by the way.
Yeah.
I posted something today with hashtag autism.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a video of Jake to pizza.
Sounds good.
Was it a video of his stream?
Comet to pizza.
He's been there.
Yeah, he's actually been
He's
in
played
the
music there.
He's performed there.
Music.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that a code word for?
Yeah.
Oh, the minor chord that he was playing.
Minor.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Rack.
Well, that about racks that up.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, wait. Let's get to the present. Let's do the present real
Okay.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan, I got you a present. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Is it? Oh no. Is it a bandana?
It's a bandana.
Speaking of bandanas, dude, the Raiders fans in Vegas, this shit was crazy. It's like they
Is
moved
there a
from
lot of them?
Oakland. Yeah. There's a lot.
This is a fucking pride flag. This is a Jewish pride flag.
What? Let me see.
What the fuck, dude?
I just wanted, keep your house safe.
This is what this is the flag of all the Jewish people that are pro Palestine.
You got it backwards. No, I want to colors to pop. Put your face on. No, put your face on.
Dude, fucking Israeli pride. Proud of you.
Yeah. I thought it was, yeah. Happy birthday.
This is crazy. I have to take this home with me.
gotta put
Don't
it
get
up
caught in the
for-
wrong neighborhood with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take this to church tomorrow. That's for sure.
Make sure when you go
You
to
got to celebrate Jewish or
Hanukkah,
Pride Hanukkah.
Pride Hanukkah, yeah.
June Hanukkah.
Homo Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Wow.
8.
I don't even know what to say. Thanks, dude.
Thanks is a good one.
I appreciate it. You saw this and you're like,
Thanks is the OG.
this is what Dylan needs.
Cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
what are you guys doing for the holidays? You gonna
What's
be
your-
around?
Yeah. I'll be here. How do you like to celebrate? Is there like a certain thing that makes you feel like you're in the holidays when you're doing it?
I don't know. Christmas was big at my house, so I haven't been home since I moved out here, which dawned on me the other day. I was like, damn, I haven't the last 10 Christmases and Thanksgiving, so it's just been here.
Wow.
5 and 5, but
Yeah.
still. Yeah, so now it's different.
Yeah.
Like when I was going to my mom's house, it was much better.
Yeah. Feels warmer.
Yeah. But we used to smoke a lot of weed. To
Being
be
around
honest.
family,
Yeah.
that's the big thing that you think hits.
I remember
For you.
one year I came home from Boston. I brought my bong, and we just like passed the bong
Bongston.
around for like an hour and got so high.
Because you couldn't do it at the house, but like you drove around the neighborhood or
No,
whatever.
it was in my mom's house, like with my mom and my brother and her boyfriend. We just
You guys all smoked weed together?
yeah, on Christmas, and just like
I don't know
got
how I feel about that.
insanely high.
I never smoked with my mom.
Yeah.
Wants to do mushrooms with me. Maybe I'll bleep that. But yeah, he wants to do. Should I? You think?
Yeah.
I think so.
Where?
Probably like at the house.
In Florida?
Yes.
Don't do it. If it's here, I say do it.
But I want him
Nothing
to be
good
in his
happens
comfort zone,
Florida.
in his safe place.
Yeah, but you want the growth to happen too.
Yeah.
Life happens outside the comfort zone.
Life happens outside of Florida.
They say they have a "Don't Say Life"
Yeah.
bill.
Mm. Don't say life.
Yeah. Or they're all pro-life.
They're all in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good fact to know.
No, I was asking, do you think Florida's like pro-life as a state?
I would
Aren't they
assume.
for sure?
I think so. I
Is that
guess. I don't
not-
know.
I
They're
thought that was
Republican, aren't
yeah pro-life.
Purple.
they? Purple?
They're purple.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't follow that.
About to turn your
color
face
theory.
purple?
Yeah. But Sweet Flag, dude, I thought it was
Yeah.
a do-rag when you first started opening.
I thought it was gonna be like a do rag with like baby
Yeah.
Jesus. All
I
over
thought it was
so.
a pride do-rag.
Well, as soon as I saw the colors, I was like, "This is something gay." This is
Yeah. I mean, as soon as Evan told me about your present, I was like, that's gay.
yeah. That is pretty gay.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Hey, a gay
Did you get this in
holidays.
Las Vegas?
No, that's
Okay.
a Colorado.
Oh, challah gays. Because it's like challah bread.
Yeah.
Challah gays. That's a challah gay flag.
It's all, yeah. That's
There you
what
go.
it is for
Hella
sure.
gay.
Hella gay. I thought he would like the pun more, but
Yeah.
You
can't win them
know,
all.
He's mad that you took his
holla's
thing.
holla's
Yeah.
expensive these days, dude.
Yeah.
What is-
I can't get over the fucking Holocaust.
Mm.
I can't either.
The cost of challah. 6 million shekels.
Believe it or
Give or
not.
take.
Yeah. CP. I said that in my most diverse
It's
voice.
a lot of cheese pizza.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Cool beans.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you
for
so much
having
for
me,
coming.
man.
Yeah,
It's been great.
I missed it.
Yeah.
When is the list dropping?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's. I have 1 minute.
Oh. Hell yeah.
I want it to be 25 minutes. So,
Yeah.
12 and a half or 12 and a half times 2, 20, 25 weeks
Okay.
ish.
Hell yeah.
I feel like
So
there's an
maybe don't
easier way
plug
to
it
do
yet.
that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Or just call it at 1 minute.
Yeah. There you go.
At least build hype.
Yeah, build hype.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Do you want to plug into your shows?
Well, we're looking for a permanent home for our show with Matt. We're doing I think we're doing 6 shows at the Golden Hotel next year.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're going to do 1 in January, 2 in February, 3 in March,
Oh yeah.
and try to build something there. But they already
The
told me
motel?
like,
6?
the Golden
Golden.
Hotel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hotel 6.
It's exit 6.
But I'll plug those other 3 things I was talking about. Monster Hot Sauce, Brave New Comedy, and The List Volume 1 dropping in 2024 at your local list store.
Yeah. It's right next to the
Available
Wife
wherever
Depot.
you can buy women.
Yeah.
Cash them outside.
God, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
That's going to be the commercial forever.
Yeah.
Did you see what Jeremy did?
Just instead of Lowe's, it's hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of the wife store.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
The home goods store.
Hose.
Cloudy eyed?
Oh yeah, Cloudy Eyed Howie's Rossin Lounge every Saturday, 9:00.
Tonight.
Tonight.
I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
There's always a crowd.
Let's see. Boy, this will come out at the end of December probably.
Yeah, it's going to be before Christmas.
Okay, so January 13th, I got Elif Striving headlining at Howie's Rossin Lounge, so come see that. It's gonna be
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Damn,
Yeah,
he is so good.
yeah,
I got to see him at Comedy Works kind of recently. And
Yeah.
nice.
crushed. Hell yeah. And Slaughterhouse Studios.
Yep.
Give us a follow, subscribe. We've got a fucking huge catalog of episodes, so tune in. And thank you for listening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Comment if
Merry Christmas.
you are looking for a wife.
Well, he's looking for a wife, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for a good deal.
Yeah, let us comment if you have a good deal for Jeremy.
Yeah. If you're in touch with my 5-year plan, hit me up.
Instead of the Silk Road, it's the Silk
Fiverr.
Robe.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I'm on Fiverr though.
Is that okay? That's
Hit me up on Fiverr.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.